Being a freelancer isn't always sunshine and coffee shops. There are hard days, imposter syndrome, burnout, and even doubt. But I found a way to stay positive and productive through all of it. And today I'm going to share 3 mindset tools to keep you going. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Russell, and this is Let's Chat Tech with Nick. Now, some people may not be aware, but I am a freelance social media manager, a marketing manager, as well as a massive productivity nerd. And if you're a freelancer yourself, or somebody that is starting your own business, or even just navigating working from home, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to talk about the mindset, productivity, and systems that'll help keep you going. Let's chat about it. Now, let's start by talking about cultivating a growth mindset. This one is huge because as a freelancer, you're not only your own boss, you're your own motivator, your own problem solver, and sometimes your own therapist. What keeps me going? A growth mindset. When something doesn't go as planned, like a failed system, a failed pitch, or even a campaign that flops, I pause and ask myself, what can I learn from this? That small shift in mindset, that keeps me moving forward instead of spiraling. Instead of, I failed, say something like, I learned something. And every one of those lessons stacks up and makes me better at what I do. And that's what turns tough moments into momentum. And something that helps with that, I always refer back to my planning hub in Notion. Now, I'll get into more of that later, but basically every morning I have a template where I start my day talking about what I'm grateful for, what my intentions are for that day, and I write down an affirmation, as well as jotting down the tasks, breaking those down, so on and so forth. But just talking about what I'm grateful for, writing down an affirmation every single day, and talking about what my intentions are, even if it's just one small sentence, a couple of words, that sets me off on the right mindset, and that positivity will carry me throughout the day. Now, next up, I want to talk about daily habits for positive energy. Positivity isn't just something you hope for, it's something that you build with your habits. For me, the first thing I do is 3 things actually. I talk about what I'm grateful for in a quote unquote journal using my Notion template that we talked about uh, before. And then movement. Every single morning, it doesn't always have to be a long run, but I try my best to get 3 runs in a week. And then the days that I don't run, I try to walk at least a very minimum of 5 to 6 kilometers. Now, if I can't do that in the morning, let's say it's raining outside and I can't get out, 10 minutes of just moving my body and exercising, doing push-ups or sit-ups or just stretching, doing a little bit of yoga, getting that movement in every single day builds a massive habit and makes you a lot more positive throughout the day. Now, lastly, let's talk about resilience and bouncing back. Now, as a freelancer or in any industry or any role, you're eventually going to fail. And it's how you handle that failure and bounce back from that that makes you even stronger. Now, don't look at failure as a bad thing. Once you fail and something doesn't go your way, take a step back and see why something failed. Jot down in a journal what happened and how you can make that better. Now you've turned that into a learning experience, and going forward, that shouldn't happen again. And when you fail again, write that down and bounce back. Learn from that mistake and grow. That's what makes me a far much better freelancer than I was when I first started. Now, I mentioned my Notion planning hub, and this is something that I use every single day, and not only every day, every week, every month, and every year. And what I use this for is to start every single day, I jot down what I'm grateful for, an affirmation, my intentions, and then I use the Eat the Frog method by writing down all of the tasks that I have that day and then breaking it down into top 3 tasks, the frogs, that need to get finished, as well as jotting down my meetings and appointments that I have that day. So it's at the top of mind when I start every single day. Now, what I do every Sunday is I do my weekly review and planning. So I have a template where I do a full weekly review, looking at where I won the previous week, what went wrong, and then how I could be better. And then I plan ahead for the following week. I also do that monthly and I do that quarterly. And then at the start of every single year, I plan out my top 3 goals in health, wealth, and relationship, as well as a whole handful of other journaling prompts that sets me up to have a very positive and productive year going ahead. And in the quarterly, monthly, and weekly reviews, I refer back to what I planned out just to keep track and see where I'm going. Now, if this is something that you're interested in, I will put the link in the description for this planning hub, and you can start planning in Notion right now. But with that, that's all I have for you this week, and I'll see you on the next video.